who got her VAM score back, and she's going to tell you what it is, and she's going to tell you a little story about her VAM score. So I'm going to give her the mic and let her tell you this story.
Hi everyone. Beautiful day out here. It's a great day to be valued. How many of you feel valued today? I don't know about you, but I feel valued after FCAT. I've had so many teachable moments. How about you? Yeah, that's where my value is. My value is in the teachable moments with my students, and I can't believe how many I've had in the last week or two since FCAT's been over. Prior to that, my value all came from the paycheck. Not so good. VAM, when we're evaluated, we have part of our evaluation is based on our performance in the classroom, and then the other part is based on our student performance. Well, that's called the VAM side, and this year it was 40% of our evaluation. Well, I'm one of the lucky teachers because I'm a 5th grade teacher, and my scores from my students that I teach, I actually get credit for. So yay for me. I'm not one of those teachers that teach kindergarten and have to be evaluated on what Miss Johnson does in 5th grade. So I'm very lucky. I get to have my students' scores. But this year, I went in and got my scores, and I was very pleased with them, had great results this year. The VAM score is .00943. It goes out 10 digits. So it's a very precise score from this crazy formula that nobody seems to understand. But when I got my score, I looked at it, and I had 44 students last year, and there were only 21 on there. And I said, well, wow, this is interesting. I'm pleased with my score, but I'm missing a lot of students. So when I went to the county and I asked them, I said, okay, this is great. I'm glad, this is good for me. It's a good score, but I don't have all my students. They said, hold on, let me check into it. I said, I'd really like to appeal the process because I want credit for all of my students, good or bad. I work hard, and I want to be recognized for what they do. So all of a sudden, when I decided to appeal it, all of my students showed up on my roster. But that number that went out 10 digits never changed at all. How is that mathematically possible? It's not possible. That would be like, I'm going to evaluate you, but I'm not going to tell you how I'm going to do it. I'm not going to give you any printout that shows you exactly what happened or anything. I have a friend that teaches kindergarten. I might as well sit in my 5th grade classroom and give her students grades. That's the way I feel this is being done. I don't necessarily dislike what's happening as far as being evaluated on your student performance. I mean, there is a little bit of accountability there, but at the same time, it needs to be precise and accurate, and the county or the state needs to be held accountable on how they do that. Because we as teachers will do anything we need to do to make our students successful, but we want to make sure that it's actually being recorded correctly, and there is nothing in place for that to happen. So I have no idea where they came up with that score from. So that's...
The math teachers want to explain it?
The math teachers can't explain it. I showed it to my students as we were doing algebra, and they're like, is that English? They didn't understand it. But that is the VAM part of our evaluation, and it really needs some help.
Thank you for sharing. She's one